fam? It's Leah here and...
Me again. Me. Hi, I'm me. Jake. Thanks for tuning back in. This is fresh off after we did the breakfast video, which we haven't edited together or uploaded yet, but you guys would have seen it.
So basically in that video we asked you guys if there's any pointers, any things that you'd like for us to change, improve, what you'd like, let us know. But we haven't watched it yet or uploaded it yet. So if those things that you guys have requested are still the same in this video, sorry.
Okay, so what are we cooking?
Today we are making the easiest vegan nachos. We make these semi-frequently. It's kind of my recipe. I generally make it for Jake. I actually don't know if you've ever been in the kitchen while I've made it.
Never.
But it's really simple. There's not much to it. It's quick. And what I love about this recipe is that it's all kind of very basic ingredients. It's all clean. It's all really healthy. There's no fake meat or no fake cheese. It's all done from your base things that should be in your pantry anyway.
The only thing that looks kind of unhealthy is maybe just the oil. Depends how much we use, and or the mayonnaise, which is over in this corner, if you guys can see it.
It consists of our favorite corn chips.
Which I dug into the other day. I didn't know we were going to be making nachos. So
I was like, what are you doing? They're for the nachos. So yeah, it's just a mix of corn chips as the base, bean mix in the middle, and then our vegan cheese on top, and then we make our own sour cream sort of alternative. If I have an avocado, I will make guac. We are still in complete quarantine lockdown, so we have no avocado still, but I make a mean guac.
You do make a good guac, and the reason I haven't bought avocados lately, I have horrible luck with avocados. I buy like 3 because they're on special, and then I leave them all there because they're not ripe. Then I forget about them in a week and they're all brown. So. Yeah,
honestly, before he went away, we were having like a crisis with our avocados. This recipe is my recipe, apart from the cheese sauce. It is from the Happy Pair. It's from their Recipes for Happiness cookbook. If you need a vegan cookbook, I would highly suggest this one. This is probably my favorite vegan cookbook that we have. It's got the most logical recipes in it. I feel like sometimes in vegan cookbooks they're really like fish and chips and just stuff that like, which this does have some really cool fake things to make, but it's just got basic food veganized, which is great. Anyway, it's their vegan cheese. They also have a video on their channel making this cheese, so I'll link that down below because it is probably the best vegan cheese that we've ever attempted to make.
It's really good considering there's no actual cheese in it.
Yeah.
So I really like it.
And this is a soft cheese. It's a runny cheese.
This is perfect, by the way. If you guys are like new to being vegan or new to cooking in general, this one is a good one to have up your sleeve. I know there's a lot of ingredients and it kind of like might look intimidating because there's a lot of crap here, but it's easy as hell. You just dump it in, chuck it in the oven, and then Bob's your uncle. So This is a good first kind of recipe if you're starting cooking.
100%. Woo. Let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is heat up the oven. This will not bake for very long at all, just because we...
Sorry, I don't know what... I'm in the shot and I just...
This won't bake for very long at all because there's no like cheese that we need to melt. It's just simply to kind of crisp and take the moisture out of stuff. I'm just going to put it on 180 just because. And that can heat up while we are making our bean mix. So... get a big pan. I just like to use a higher pan just because we are using multiple cans of things. You don't have to make a mixture that is this big, but I'm just lazy, so I will use like one of each can just to make it simple. But it means I'll make quite a big batch. The main thing that I will say with the bean mix, the most important thing about this bean mix is that you add corn.
Corn should be in everything, to be honest.
But it seriously changes a bean mix. I feel like a lot of Mexican stuff, corn is like put on the top. I like cooking it in with the whole bean mix and just getting like the same flavors, like the cumin and everything together, but add corn. We're gonna put a tiny amount of oil in because we don't really need it for this. We're not sauteing any onion or garlic because we're just using powder, so you don't really need that much. I'm just doing a bit so it doesn't stick because this pan will stick. Now we're gonna clean our beans. Always clean your beans, please. Put a serious amount of water over them so you get the gunk off them because it's ugly. The only bean juice that you want is chickpea juice, and that's because you can use it for other recipes. But clean these beans.
Ooh, see, look at all that murky, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of disgusting. So.
She gross.
Press this in the sift or the colander, whatever you call it, and it looks kind of soapy when you run the water over it. So we want to, I think keep rinsing that until the soapiness kind of disappears.
Yeah, 100%. So when it gets to about this stage, it's probably, you know, about ready. And that's just gonna go straight into our pan. So you want to kind of move relatively quickly in this stage because you don't want everything to stick. Oh no! Oh my god!
I bashed it a bit, but we got it kind of exploded everywhere.
Oh my god!
It's all over our wall. BB!
I don't know what to do now. It's all over me.
A little bit of a mess as I can't open it, didn't work, so I had to bash it with this, and it's gone completely everywhere and all over Leah.
So don't under any circumstances try and bash a can in of tomato sauce or anything in that jar. Be safe in the kitchen, everybody.
The only thing about that was I'm completely unscathed. I have not been touched, and I was the one who did it.
Alright, so we've got the beans in here now, and you can mix them around on a medium heat, and just for a couple of seconds really, just to kind of mix them around. And then I will put in the tomatoes. A generous amount of corn. I like it so that every bite I'm gonna have some corn.
So you reckon the same amount of corn, same ratio as the beans?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like equal parts of everything?
Yeah. I like to do equal parts of everything. It just makes it easier for my lazy self. So I just kind of assess it as I go.
This could probably use a bit more corn.
I agree. Alright.
The thing about corn is I feel like you can never have too much.
That is correct. There's not much that cooking that really goes on in this part. It's really just mixing the flavors together, given there's not really anything to cook in this batch of stuff, and that's why I love it, because it's so freaking simple. I'll also use this bean mix to just make like work lunches over rice.
Also, everything is kind of cooked already.
Yeah.
Like the corn is edible, the beans are fine.
All right, that looks pretty good to me. So I'll start incorporating our spices now. I'll bring them all over. I've got no measurements for this. I'm really bad at measuring and following guidelines. I'm just really sporadic with what I choose. So this is garlic powder. I don't like using fresh garlic in stuff like this, or fresh onion, just because I'm trying to keep it simple. And I feel like if you're going to the trouble of like doing onion and garlic and everything in there, it's also an extra texture. Whereas I really just want this bean texture. This is a bit of coriander, dried coriander. If I had fresh coriander, I would 100% use it, but my tree has died outside of coriander, so, and Jake doesn't love coriander.
I don't really, I don't love it, but I definitely don't dislike it.
Yeah.
I would just never spring for it.
It's a lot better, for sure. This is the most important flavor in the bean mix, in my opinion. Cumin. So I will put the most out of all the spice. Ooh. The most is cumin, for sure. I like quite a lot of it. I just love the flavor of it, and that to me is Mexican, that flavor. A bit of garlic and herb salt again. We talked about this in the last video.
You'll probably see this in every one of our recipes, to be honest.
I just like to put a bit in everything because it's amazing. I'm gonna do some chili flakes just for a bit of heat. If I have real chili, I will once again put that in, and then some salt and pepper. Smells amazing already. All right, now let's taste it. You know what, I might just turn it off. I feel like the lighting's gotten a bit better.
Yeah, that's a little bit. You want to scooch over a little smidge?
Oh,
sorry, both in the middle.
I think we'll just add a little bit extra of all the spices, just a tiny bit, just to add a little bit more flavor in. But essentially this whole process so far with the beans and cooking it has been about 5 minutes. It's super easy, the bean mix. Like it's literally just putting everything in a pot, heating it up and mixing it around, and then just tasting it to make sure that it's correct. I almost always never get the flavor right the first go. I almost always add more cumin in because I always feel like it's a lot of cumin. You know what, I'm just gonna do cumin, salt and pepper. Maybe some more chili flakes just to give it a bit of heat. So I like to cook the mixture down until there's almost no liquid in it. Like you can see in the pan, when you move it around, it's almost got no liquid in it at all. Just so that you're not gonna make your chips too soggy. Alright, so that is being done now. Like I said, it only takes a couple of minutes to really complete the bean process. So we just put that aside to chill for now. If you're doing this with 2 people, the second person could be making the cheese while you're doing this, and then it'll be done right now, but not the case right now. So, I'm gonna refer to my recipe. first thing we'll do for this recipe is get the vegetables ready. The base of this cheese is potatoes and carrots, which we should have been boiling this whole time.
Yeah. Good microwave them.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I have a job, I have a task.
You have a task. So for this recipe, these need to be boiled. So really we should have done that before the beans. But I forgot that they need to be boiled, so that's my fault. We are cutting these as small as possible so that they cook as quickly as possible now that we have forgotten to do that. So I am boiling some water behind us now. So we need 2/3 of a cup of potatoes.
So we've cut too much, so we're gonna keep this aside and use it for a second batch of sauce, which is really just good to have in the fridge because I put it on anything, honestly.
Yeah. It really does. I can never guess the amount of potato that I need or carrots. For carrots, it's half a cup.
Don't anyone come at me for my cutting skills because I have none.
We've got the perfect amount of carrots.
We've got a visitor in the kitchen, everybody. Say hi to Lucy.
Lucy Lou. All right, so that is boiling away behind us. Now you will go ahead and put all the rest of the ingredients in. I can see it.
Put them in there.
We need to put it in here. We use our NutriBullet to make the sauce. You can use a food processor, but NutriBullet is so much easier to clean and it works in there, so why not do it in there? So the rest of the ingredients are 60 mils of sunflower oil. We're not sure if that's 60 mils, but
Now what else do we have? How much nutritional yeast?
not yet.
Okay. I'll just go for myself.
60 mil of sunflower oil, 60 mil of your alternative milk of choice.
What have we got?
Soy today.
Light soy. Tapping again.
I'm pretty bad at sticking to measurements anyway. A tablespoon of lemon juice. My love, you can do that.
Finally, I have a task.
He can do that. This is my
Press.
pride and joy, everybody. I love this lemon press. Brilliant. Tablespoon of lemon juice. 1.5 teaspoons of arrowroot flour. That'll be to just kind of bind it together a bit. Thicken it up. I've never measured this before, I will say, when I've made this. Teaspoon of garlic powder.
Oh my god.
Try to measure things. And a tablespoon of nutritional yeast.
A tablespoon or your measurement of tablespoon?
This is like the key to making anything taste cheesy. And then a pinch of salt and pepper.
Oh.
While waiting for the vegetables to boil, we're gonna just make a really quick sour cream. This isn't a sour cream recipe, this is just what I tend to do to make a resemblance of sour cream.
I would honestly just even put this on top if it was me.
The best sour cream I've ever had. I don't know the name of the brand, but if I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. It's from Coles, and it's amazing. So we have put in a heaped tablespoon of the mayonnaise, same way we used it last one. Then I'm gonna put the rest of the lemon that we're using before in here, just a touch of lemon, and then some salt and pepper. This just makes it a little bit more tangy, a bit more sour creamy. So this is the consistency. Yum.
Oh, yum.
Jake says double it, so we'll double it. So we just
that's
literally
alright.
doubled the recipe.
When I make nachos, the thing that I like, vegan or not vegan, I liked the sour cream, like the creaminess, the cheesiness, more so than the filling. Like I could just have like tablespoons of cheese and whatever.
Yeah, I guess it's the same like, you know, if you're just gonna have salsa on it.
Yeah.
Like salsa on corn chips. That's good.
Yeah. So we've got the tray that has been preheating. I don't even know if you need to preheat this really. It doesn't really matter at all. Last episode we were talking about how we use the reusable baking sheet thing. Today we're going to use the baking paper just because it's easier to slide off the tray right into the bowl.
This one's greener, so I believe this is a more ethical option. So if we're going to be using something like this, try and get the best option possible. This just makes it a lot easier, and you will see come the end product why it's easier to do it like this.
I'm just going to lay these out because we have time. Some stuff's still boiling anyway.
I'm sorry, we should have been boiling these like as the video
It
started.
doesn't matter, you're editing it.
I know, but I'm just saying you should really do it first.
Chips, you can do whatever you want, honestly. We like these because they are vegan, obviously,
Spicy.
but they have like some flavor on them. They're spicy barbecue flavored corn chips. A local supermarket brand, I think.
Yeah, they're from Woolworths.
Yeah. Most people have nachos with just regular Dorito, like corn chips, but we like these because there's like a different flavor on them as well. You could do whatever chips you want though, like I said.
And a lot of chips aren't vegan, so. A lot of them have milk products. Don't use them all because then if these all get soggy, then you've got some spare ones that can be crunchy to eat with. So keep that in mind. Yeah, these potatoes are falling apart. Let's quickly strain these. I'm gonna run these under cold water to try and get them a bit cooler so my blender doesn't explode. All right, so we've got our veggies finally. We'll put them into our mixture as gracefully as possible. Lid on, let's blend this up. Whoa! Where did you come from? Let's have a look. It smells amazing.
It's so tasty though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
And like, if you like it like saltier or like more garlicky, feel free to add more of that. I don't think you can...
This is like the perfect amount in this one.
I feel like you can't really go too wrong if you add like much more garlic or whatever.
And you can make it more bitter if you put more lemon in.
Lemon. But remember, there's also going to be the bitterness from this vegan sour cream that we've made.
Yeah.
So it's going to cut through that as well.
All right, let's assemble it. Then we're going to put it in the oven for a very brief moment.
And you don't want to go like overboard and dump it all in here. Like, you probably get a couple mixtures worth out of this, to be honest.
Yeah, I always have leftovers for the next day.
You don't want to have too much, like Leah was saying before in the video, because otherwise it'll just get like kind of a bit soggy.
And these are filling, man. Like, this is a lot for two
That's
people.
enough.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's pretty.
And this, you probably have like another, like, you could probably stretch that out twice if you're being frugal. Ooh.
And then we're gonna chuck some cheese on it. Maybe record.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm not. Sorry.
Maybe do it.
I'm sorry.
Maybe do your job.
I'm gonna do it like that and just let it bake for a second. And then we can put more on.
Cool.
Amazing.
How long do we leave that in there for?
So because it's not anything that needs to be cooked and like the cheese doesn't need to melt, it's already melted.
Yeah,
No, that's not our bird. That's not our bird. We have a bird that visits us every day for the last 6 months. Where were we?
Like Leah was saying, everything's cooked already.
Yeah.
So we just want to heat everything up.
Also, if you're cooking with another person, then you're doing one person doing cheese, one person doing beans. Like, it's done within like 10 minutes. I only put it back in the oven just to kind of make everything a little bit crispy, kind of dry it out a little bit, and then we'll top it with a bit more cheese, the sour cream. If you had guac.
Ooh, herbs on top too. Yum,
Yeah,
yum,
I know.
yum. Like coriander or
Like
whatever.
coriander, die.
Chives. We could even put chives on there, or even spring onion is good for nachos as well. So.
We should do some spring onion. Cool. I'm gonna make sure my coriander isn't dead. I'm pretty sure it is.
I love this method of like keeping them in a.
Yeah, I've never thought to do that.
If you want to make this your own, you could honestly put on plenty of other stuff. Like you could cook some mushrooms and put them on top. What else could you do? You could put on like some zucchini or like whatever.
Yeah, literally anything will go good with this.
It's like cheese, sour cream, nachos, and then the rest is just like you can do whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
Even like some fake like mince.
I like this recipe because it's really quick, it's really simple, and it's really like health-based. Because it's corn chips, it's not good for you, but if it wasn't corn chips, like if you're putting this on a bed of rice, there's really nothing bad in it. So
We should do that.
yeah, what makes me the most excited is cheese, really. Like this instead of store-bought cheese is so exciting. Once again, Happy Pear.
Yeah, it's like
They're the kings of cooking. Like, I
it's
love
not
them.
traditionally like cheesy. It's not like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the consistency is so nice. It tastes like a healthier cheese, you know what I mean? You don't feel like a fat prick when you're eating it.
That's exactly a good way to put it. It's not heavy.
Yeah, it's
at
great.
all. Which is like when you eat nachos, you're like, oh.
If you guys end up making any of these things that we've made for you, like the breakfast that we did on last week's episode or the nachos, please show us what they look like. Tag us in the photos on Instagram or Twitter, what do you follow us on?
That'd be so exciting if someone made them.
We really encourage you to make them, because if you make them and tag us, we will repost them on our socials 100%. That is a promise.
The tea.
Imagine this got like viral and like a million.
We can't contain it.
If you guys have any suggestions of what you want us to cook or what you want us to try and make vegan, leave a comment. Do all that stuff. I've not even done the video yet, but I'm exiting the video.
Let's check it out. Let's see. I reckon it'll be ready now. It's been about 5 minutes. My amazing mitt from New York. We love.
forgot you got that.
We stand. Oh, that looks good.
Everything's nice and crispy. You can see a little bit of color on the chips.
See, you can see here that it's really kind of dried it up. It's made it easier to eat, and it looks freaking amazing, I must say. I'm almost tempted to not put more cheese on it because it looks beautiful, but I think a bit of fresh, unbaked cheese will be nice. So I think we'll do a little bit more.
Yum.
And we're gonna put our sour cream. Sour cream in the middle. We made ours quite runny, so it's literally going everywhere. Our green onions. Wow.
Scallions for those playing in other countries.
I love fresh coriander on these, but
Spring onions are good too. Like if you've ever had like a baked potato.
yeah.
With like sour cream, cheese, and spring onions and like bacon bits or whatever. Like that's something I had when I wasn't vegan. And it's very easy to make a vegan version. You just take away the bacon.
I'm just gonna put some salt and pepper on top again.
Always.
Just because. And that's about it. I might, oh, we're gonna put it in our serving bowl. Oh my gosh, I should have done that before I loaded it all up. So now we're gonna transfer it into our other bowl. Into our serving bowl.
That is why we used the baking paper, because
This
it's
is easier.
easy to put in.
All right, and that is our vegan, quick and easy, healthy nachos.
Guys, thank you again for watching. This has been us.
This has been us. Thank you so much for watching. Please, once again, comment down below any suggestions, anything, if you enjoy it, if you want us to keep on doing these cooking videos. I'm freaking loving making
We're gonna do it anyway.
They're so fun. They're so fun. Give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. And we will see you soon with another video. Bye.
Peace.